Let's roll out. Getting a little reading done. Keeping myself cultured, well cultured, and well read. If that's a thing. Is well cultured a thing? I don't know. Maybe I just made it up. Throw this thing up here. Actually, I'll move this down here. All right. Let's see what we can cook up tonight. Grab my other light real quick. Try and get this seat pan down on the scooter tonight. All right. Scoot this thing over here. I am a bit early for going live, but figured I should just go live while I clean this stuff out and try and make some room for the welder real quick. Move a couple of these items out of the way, and then I will be able to grab the welder and start welding up the seat pan. Gotta use a grinder first, I think. To cut a couple things, get a couple pieces of the metal ready, and then we'll be right into it. Let me get Tommy boy up here. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, we are working on the GY6 scooter, the little Mad Max scooter that I've been working on for my friend, and I think we're probably close to halfway done. Tonight we'll be working on the seat pan if Tom would ever comply, which I don't know if he will. He'll probably fall off there at some point. But yeah, I have to. I spoke too way too soon. Trying to make his escape already. There you go, buddy. You can hang out up there. Hopefully. So yeah, hopefully get the seat pan done tonight. And then after that, tomorrow the ignition coil should be here, and then be able to get that installed and get a little test start going on it. See if we can get it started. See if we can revive the scooter again. Okay, let me grab these pieces that I cut out. Oh, I forgot to give him this oil. Sorry guys, I realized there's a commercial on right now. I'll skip it in just a second.
So you can, for instance, separately upload into your videos on YouTube or other platforms as closed captions.
What's going on, Rob? Rob, I've been looking for your dog for a while. I was actually out in the back of Kmart. I saw your dog running around with a group of other dogs. They were chasing some old man down the street. I had a tiff with the old man previously because he's one of my old neighbors, and I had an argument with him. So when I saw your dog and the other pack of dogs chasing him, I just said, I didn't see nothing. So yeah, they might still be chasing him. That might be what the sirens are about. They're probably still chasing that guy. And hopefully, I'm really hoping, Rob, that your dog doesn't catch that guy. Because I know Murphy, your little dog, can be a little bit vicious sometimes. So let's hope he doesn't catch him, Rob, or else you might be getting a call later on from somebody very upset about getting bitten by your dog again. Rob. I'm not sure what's going on with Murphy, but he seems to be a little aggressive. One Love Ollie. Oh, One Love All. What's up, One Love All? 6957. He said cool, and I say One Love is cool too. Whopper Jr. says you have 3 minutes to feed that thing. All right, Whopper Jr. Let's see if Gizmo wants a little bit of a M&M cookie and cream. Huh? You want somebody? Oh, he likes it. This is a little M&M dance. Whenever I feed him M&Ms, he does that. Also, whenever I give him a bath, he does that. All right, buddy, that's enough. Here, why don't you hang out over here with your big brother? What's going on, Joe? Oh, shoot. Thank you, Joe Shirley, for the 100s. Thank you, Joe. Let me grab one of our newest roommates, Tom, the gremlin. Come over and say thank you. Thanks, Joe. I love me some 100s. You're the best, Joe. Oh, look at that little heart. Let me eat that heart. Don't feed me that heart again. What's going on? Thank you for that heart, Joe. Andre Lino says Netflix. I actually have a Netflix special coming out soon, guys. Check it out. It's a stand-up comedy thing. Got a lot of hecklers, so it's pretty funny. Thank you, Joe and Walter Malhave. I love the gremlin and the Furby. That's not a Furby. That's my little brother. It's actually his little brother, guys. We did a 23andMe with Tom, the gremlin here, and it turns out that he is actually the older brother, Gizmo. I did not know that. I didn't know that's how that worked. Gizmo did fall into the crock pot the other day, and a bunch of little weird adobo gremlins crawled out. I'm not sure what to do about that, guys. But little adobo mogwai were running around the house, just causing a ruckus. I don't know what to do with these little mogwai sometimes, guys. Thank you for those floating hearts and a 6-7, Joe. Very generous. Thank you staying off the grid. I hope you've been staying off the grid because I am, of course, preparing to go off the grid with these dreadlocks and this beard. I'm fully equipped to go underground and live underground. I actually, every night, there's a hole that I've dug in our backyard, and I burrow down inside of there and shovel the dirt back onto my face, and I just have a little bit of my mouth open and my nose, and I actually sleep underneath the earth, guys. It's a really good way to keep yourself grounded. It really keeps you in touch. No need to touch grass when you have become the grass, guys. Am I right? So that's what I do every night. And you know what? Talk about a morning routine. You get the morning dew on your face first thing in the morning, you're gonna freaking, you never go back to the regular old sleeping in a bed. You'll be sleeping in a hole from now on, guys. Let me tell you. What's going on, Joe? I painted a gremlin with 3D glass and popcorn in the movie theater, and the spider gremlin. Both turned out nice. Thank you, Skeletora. Have you ever painted a little Santa Claus mogwai? He's going to be roaming around looking in all the little stockings and making sure there's no little Hershey Kisses left over from Christmas. You should probably draw a little Christmas gizmo. Thank you, Joe, for the 100. Man, Joe is just showering the stream with the hundreds and 6-7s. Thank you very much, Joe. Tom really appreciates it. The mugworts are hard to live with. I agree, Kate. I got a Yoda Santa, says Skeletora. Nice. Got a little Yoda Santa running around. Okay. Let me grab some safety goggles real quick, guys. And I'm going to bust out the grinder. And I'm going to start getting my grind on. I don't know about you guys. But after that comment from Off the Grid, I've had the urge to get my grinder out and just start grinding. So I'm going to do that on these two little pieces of metal. And I'm going to clean them up just for Off the Grid. Thank you, Joe, for the 100s. Thanks, buddy. Joe is turning out to be the MVP right now, guys. Let me grab the grinder, and then I will get to doing a little cleaning, and then
I will probably be doing a little welding tonight. All that. Thank you, Joe, for the happy poop. Joe, Courtney is loving the happy poop emoticon, Joe. Courtney is, of course, one of the co-hosts here at Fang's Garage, and she really appreciates all the generosity, Joe. Courtney is, of course, our technical advisor here at Fang's Garage. She's in charge of all the technical difficulties that we have planned. I have a lot of stuff that I have planned that should go wrong, hopefully tonight. And if Courtney has done everything correctly, it'll all go not according to plan. That is the whole point. I'm gonna just purposely ruin things, guys. So it's not, I'm not doing it, the mistakes, I am doing it on purpose. So it's for entertainment. I'm not legitimately this bad at everything I do. It's really just for the show, guys. Trust me on that. All right, let's get the grinder going and get our grind on for off-grid living. Yeah, guys, this has been quite the upshift ever since I stopped living in that wall at the Sears in New Mexico. Me and my friend Moses cut a hole in some drywall, and we were living in the wall of Sears for about 7 months. So this is a big upgrade, guys. All right, got that cleaned off. Let me just clean off the bottom of this. Okay, it's all prepared for welding. What's going on? Grundle cheese. It's that a gremlin? Yes, it is. Esadras Samal. Is that a cat trainer? Yes, it is, Grundle. I do train cats for a living. It's actually what I am most known for. If you've ever heard of the Cat Whisperer series, it was supposed to be on Discovery Channel, but they actually canceled it because of an incident where a customer did get clawed to death. I was in that series. There was a pilot out called Cat Whisperer, and basically I was whispering into cats' ears, trying to get them to freaking behave themselves and stop clawing at the furniture. And while I was whispering into a cat's ear, is a very vicious cat. It actually ended up attacking and killing its owner. So it was canceled, but the pilot is out there. Somehow it got out. So yeah, Cat Whisperer is supposed to be on Discovery, I think. I'm not sure. It might have been on Real TV. But yeah, that's actually what I'm known for, one of my profession. Joe sent Clutch for 30 joules. Thank you for that, Joe. That Clutch. Appreciate that, buddy. Tara the Android. Yes, that is Tara the Android. Tara the Android, also known as Courtney, was of course the lead writer for the Snapple Caps facts, guys. So she was most known for writing all the Snapple Caps that everyone enjoys so much. I mean, she does a lot of humble brag with it, but I mean, that's what she's most known for, guys. Doesn't he work with robotics? Yes. Grundle Cheese. I do work with robotics, Grundle. I'm actually a robot technician. That is what I do on the side. That's why you see all the animatronics and whatnot. I'm actually working on this model, the 9001B. Got a little bit of problems with the servos. He's got a little bit of issues with some teeth decay and stuff like that, but hopefully we'll get him up and running. His nose sensors are good. His eyes are good. His pupils are not dilating the way they should, but he's still looking at you. He's still looking at your Grundle. He's still looking at your cheese. Thank you, Joe, for that 100. I appreciate it, Joe. You are too kind, Joe Shirley. I like that Dragon Ball Z picture you got there for your profile pic. I think that's a DBZ. I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a long time, but I did used to wake up at like 6 a.m. I'd be watching Dragon Ball on the WV. All right, enough with the Dragon Ball. Let me grab this piece of steel, and I think it's going to be good. Nice little piece of angle iron that I need. And let me just see if I can get these brackets made. I was going to use this piece, but I might not. Let's see here. So let me get this seat pan on here. I'm working on a seat pan right now, guys. Let me skip this ad.
Representing all.
Man, Joe, you're sending a lot. Joe sent a GLHF. I'm not sure what that is, Joe. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Matt Torrance says, what in God's name is going on here? Matt Torrance, I'm glad that you asked. Right now, I'm working on the 2008 Lance Milan GY6 scooter. It's like a little Vespa scooter, making it into a little Mad Max looking scooter. And because of that, I will go ahead and put on the appropriate attire for a little bit to work on the bike, throw on the Mad Max jacket. So yeah, that's what we're doing, Matt. We're working on the little scooter here. What's going on, Technoseed? I haven't seen you in a while. My kids are the party gremlins. All right. All we have is today. Sorry, guys, I cannot read. How did the cat kill its owner? Says Randy. Basically, it just clawed him to death. And really, it was just a matter of the person, he just bled out. We tried to get him help. Gizmo was there, and he was actually witnessing it. And Gizmo was trying to get us to just leave. I said, we can't do that, Gizmo. We got to get this lady help. And then basically Gizmo was trying to prolong us and everything, and she just ended up bleeding out. It was just a real horrific scene. I could not even believe it. I said, we got to do something. And Gizmo was just blocking the door, not letting us get out the door. He was like, he took our cell phones away. I think it was something to do with him and the cat. They had some kind of agreement or something. I'm not entirely sure, but Gizmo told me to never ask him again about it. So, I mean, I don't want to ask. He kind of, when he said that, he gave me a look like, you better not ask me, dude. And I said, okay, loud and clear. Loud and clear, man. I don't need to know. You can keep your secrets, and your secrets are safe with me, buddy. I don't need to know. And I didn't want to ask. I won't ask again. It's too risky. I'm a little too nervous of Gizmo, and yeah, I don't want to risk anything. I'm gonna have to use a wire wheel on this real quick, just to make sure I clean this off, make sure I can weld it up real nice and neat, or as nice and neat as I could possibly weld it, which is not very nice and neat. I am the Ayatollah of rock and roll. All right, Matt. I like the attitude. You are the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
The Ayatollah of rock and roll. It's Matt Torrance. Matt Torrance.
Matt Torrance is here, guys, and he is ready to see this thing get welded up. At least I'm assuming so. Me and Matt Torrance go way back. We actually used to work at Subway with Gizmo here. I was, for a while, I was making the sandwiches, but Matt actually got promoted to the sandwich artist position, and I actually got demoted just to the front end and cashier. So I was just out there cleaning the tables while Matt was doing the artistic job of making the sandwiches. And that's basically because they caught me going home with a pocket full of tuna fish in a Ziploc bag. I was just really down on my luck at the time, and Subway was only paying me $7 an hour under the table. This was about 3 months ago, so it was really not cutting it. And then basically I freaking got caught with a whole Ziploc bag packed full of tuna meat in my pocket. So they said it was actually worse because they found it in my back pocket. I'm not sure why that was worse, but they did have to fish it out of there. So no pun intended on that one. They did have to fish it out, guys. Couldn't resist that one. Joe sent another 100. Thank you, Joe. You are on fire tonight with all the little emoticons, Joe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy. Let me use the grinder for a second, so prepare for the semi-loud noises. Got pegged in the face with one of these wire wheels, so that was one of the little wires flew off there. Shot me right in the face. That was fun. Oh man, Joe sent a floating heart and another 100. Thank you very much, Joe. I'm glad to hear that the tools are not blasting out your eardrums. I tried to keep the music down a little bit lower tonight because I watched the one from yesterday and I was like, man, I couldn't hear a word I was saying. So if it is too loud and you guys can't hear me over the music, let me know, because I can't tell until I watch the video tomorrow and I'm like, oh, dang it, I can't see anything, I can't hear anything. So let me put this. Whoa, what the heck was that? Was that too loud? I hope not. I hope that was dead silent, because it smells like it was dead silent, but it didn't sound like it. I am sorry about that, guys, unless that was, I mean, unless it was crystal clear, in which case I'm not sorry. It's probably a freaking perfect sounding pass. That was like a perfect pass. It was like perfect spiral, everything. Sorry guys, I'm gonna put down the center stand so I can make sure this thing is level. Hopefully Gizmo doesn't go for a little tumble. And again guys, whenever I do finish this scooter, I will go take it out for a ride live. I've already done that with a couple of the other projects. Sorry, let me go skip this ad. What's going on, Lisa? How you doing, Lisa? Lisa is here, folks, along with YouTube 7. YouTube 7. YouTube 7 is here, guys, along with Lisa. They showed up. They carpooled to the stream. They said, let's go. Fang's Garage is live yet again. And they were correct. Let me grab a rag, a little acetone, and get to wiping. And then I'll get to welding. All my fingers are, oh, that's probably why. Ouch. I have a split in the end of my finger, and there is a metal splinter in it, in the middle of the cut. That is fun. Blame Gizmo, says YouTube. No, the face. Yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't go flying into my face, Joe, but it did. Ashley Landy, did you look up Old Trapper? It's me again. I remember you actually were there when I put my finger in that little rat or the animal trap. I did not get to look it up yet. Ouch. There we go. Pulled that splinter out of my open wound. What was the trapper's name again, Ashley? I can't remember. Relentless says, I'm glad Joe isn't here. You know what, Relentless? Sorry, Joe is here. And Joe wanted me to tell you that you're never gonna... Huh? Okay. Joe wanted me to tell you that he is never not gonna be here. I had Robin just tell me she was gonna go over to her buddy's house. All right. Rag acetone. Sorry guys, my brain just lost its train of thought. Relentless is here, guys. Me and Relentless go way back. It's actually kind of a long story, but we actually used to work for a company that made ice creams. It was the little twin pops is what they were called, which is basically the ice creams where it has two popsicles and you break them apart. And basically we would just sit there and we'd have to manually insert each one of these popsicle sticks into these little popsicle molds, and it was relentless. I mean, that's kind of where the username came about, but I was like, you know what, we got to get out of this popsicle business. I mean, this is killing my soul. I cannot look at another popsicle stick. It's all I can think about. It's all I dream about. It's basically like kind of infiltrated my taste buds at this point. So I'm just kind of stuck just freaking thinking about popsicle sticks and thinking about little crafts that I could make with them and things like that. And it was really brutal. I said, this is Relentless, my friend that works here, and this job is relentless, and we got to get out of here. And we did. And we opened up our own popsicle stick business, guys. Me and Relentless, this was back in 2017, so it was a while ago. But we opened up our own popsicle stick businesses. The business was booming, guys. I mean, if you want to talk about a thriving business, get into the popsicle stick business. It sounds crazy, but it is so lucrative right now. The business is booming. Crafts are going off the charts. School is in full session, guys, and the teachers, they need those popsicle sticks. They need to be making little tiny log cabins. They need to make little all sorts of things, guys. I can't even actually technically get into all the crafts and stuff that you could possibly make with popsicle sticks because of a couple of contracts that I signed with the popsicle stick companies, but I can assure you there's lots of stuff you can make with them. I'm here, says Joe. Ashley Land Harlan, but don't look up his name exactly, just look up Old Trapper Beef Jerky Commercial. Oh, Commercial. All right, I'm gonna look it up. I will look up Commercial Beef Jerky, and I'm gonna write it down, okay? So do not forget, because I will forget. Let's write it down on here. Okay, Commercial Beef Jerky. This is actually a shopping list that of stuff that I'll need to buy at some point, including some screwdrivers. But there is the name that I will be reminded to look up later on and check out that beef jerky. I will. I'll look into it. And I'll probably say, oh, I've eaten that beef jerky before. War Ghost Squad says, you are a beef jerky. How'd you know, War Ghost Squad? I actually was raised by a family of beef jerky guys. There was a mom beef jerky, a dad beef jerky. I was actually found in the Nevada desert out near some small elk trees. But yeah, I was basically raised by a family of very generous and very kind beef jerkies. There was Slim Jim. There was, of course, the traditional jerky stick. And then there were some little jerky jackling tidbits that were running around already. But yeah, they found me out there in the desert and raised me, and they were so kind. They gave me everything that you could ever ask for as a little tiny beef jerky boy. But yeah, War Ghost Squad must have looked at my Wikipedia page or something and realized that I was in fact raised by a group of, they were hippies, but they were beef jerkies. I mean, what can you say? Oh my gosh. I mean, they did their best. They really did their best, guys. I mean, not really much more you could ask for when it comes to being raised by a beef jerky stick. Okay. Got one on there? Oh, shoot. Tom almost went for a slide. 335 Cichlid says someone check his basement. What's going on, Dancing? And Patrick Harden. Oh, Patrick Harden's back. It's the bald head gives it away, says War Ghost Squad. Exactly. 335 Cichlid, please do check my basement. I actually lost a couple of cichlid fish down there. A couple of convict cichlids, actually, to be exact. They escaped from prison. I was hiding them. And I had a fish tank down there, and Patrick Harden came by and was trying to help me with the fish tank with all these cichlids. And he said, what are all these alligators doing down here? I said, I'm trying to build a moat right now. I'm trying to rent a bobcat, but nobody will actually loan me a bobcat because they found out that I was trying to build a moat, that I had a couple dozen live alligators in my basement. And yeah, I mean, no one would rent it to me. So I'm just digging it by hand right now, guys. I've got it down about 2 feet deep, which is pretty good. I'm trying to dig it to about 17 feet deep so that if someone does escape the alligators, they won't be able to escape just the sheer depth of it. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm trying to get this moat built. I'm really hoping it's going to work. I mean, I don't see why I want it, but let's see, I put it on upside down. I think I did. But yeah, please do check the basement, cichlid. I would appreciate it. I'm a little bit nervous to go down there, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% confident going back down into the basement after last time. But I will, I mean, I gotta find those fish. I mean, they've been down there for 3 months. I haven't fed them. I'm worried. I'm honestly pretty worried, guys. Those fish have been missing. I mean, I know that pets go missing all the time, but when your fish goes missing, it's kind of a little more of a dire situation, if you know what I mean. Because I mean, those fish, they can really get into a lot of trouble out there on their own. Don't say that, says Joe. Thank you, Patrick. Glad you're here again, Patrick. Thank you, War Ghost Squad. That figure on the bike looks like my cousin. That actually might be your cousin, War Ghost Squad. Me and War Ghost Squad's cousin actually used to sit around and play Super Smash Brothers on the N64 all the time. And War Ghost Squad's cousin would just run and shut off the game as soon as I was about to win. I said, you're such a cheater. And he would just act like it was just nothing, like he didn't want to play. I said, this is so dumb. This is why I don't want to play it anymore. And basically, he would just kind of act like he didn't want to play. And then after I had gotten over it, then he would be like, oh, okay, let's play again. And me being the fan of Super Smash Brothers that I was, I said, okay, fine. And I would just go along with it. Do I regret it? Yes. Do I think it was cheating? Of course. But that's what War Ghost Squad's cousin does. And that is, of course, his cousin Cynthia, that I've known since childhood. We go way back. We both used to go to the same elementary school, the one that was run by Professor X. It was no big deal. I mean, I had the ability to profusely sweat on command. So there wasn't a lot of benefit for me when it came to being at the school for the gifted. But they still accepted me. It was a scholarship type thing. They really didn't have to, but it was really just a kind of a favor. My parents were kind of owed a favor, so it all worked out, guys. I mean, that's kind of what got me the job at El Pollo Loco, and that's really what just launched my career in the chicken industry. I was a big time chicken broker for El Pollo Loco, KFC, and it was Raising Cane's, but they weren't called that at the time. It was an offshoot of Rowley's, but yeah, I was a big time chicken broker, guys. Getting into the poultry business it's just a cutthroat business, and I'm not just talking about the chicken heads that you got to cut off. I'm talking it is a cutthroat, just freaking dog-eat-dog business when it comes to the poultry game. You wouldn't believe it, but War Ghost Squad does believe it. Right at the last hand, boss. He is a cheater for sure. Unfortunately, he does drugs now. How much he cheats on life. Exactly. I subbed out of here. I'll be safe and certainly have a blessed day. Thank you, War Ghost Squad. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm glad for the sub. I'll be back again live every night from here on out until the 3i Atlas meteor alien spaceship invades Earth. And then I will see if they want to come help me out with the projects. I'm going to need a lot of help, and I know that they have the alien technology that I need. Right now, I'm just going to use this regular old TIG welder technology. Sheesh kebabs. I forgot there's a little bit of something that needs to be done. There is a little bit of a technical difficulty here. I forgot that I need to sharpen up my tungstens. I have like no sharp tungstens, but this shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. I already kind of have the stuff somewhat pulled out. And luckily I did not make too much of a mess yet in this area, like I tend to do. So I'm still able to work in this area. All right. Get this plugged in. Let me drop this jacket real quick. It's getting a little bit toasty. Great duct tape for the win. Thank you, War Ghost Squad. Love me some duct tape. I actually survived on a diet of nothing but duct tape and thumbtacks for about 6 months. I was really down on my luck. I was living behind a Staples. I was just kept digging through their dumpster. That's the only food that they had that were anything even remotely edible. Just a bunch of duct tape and freaking just paper clips and stuff like that. I was just really down on my luck. And I said, what am I gonna do? I can't eat duct tape for my whole life. My stomach's really starting to hurt. I mean, I just can't. I haven't gone to the bathroom in several weeks. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I mean, it was not fun. It was kind of good. At least living behind Staples, you get a lot of little, pieces of paper and stuff like that. But they don't exactly have a lot of food going out of code from their little snack bar area. So not too great on that. But that's all right. Bounce back and eat more duct tape than ever. All right, guys, I'm just going to take a few minutes to sharpen up these tungstens. Let me just make sure that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, should be good. All right, see you later, Joe. Thank you for all the emoticons and everything, buddy. I hope you come back, Joe. I'll be live again tomorrow night. Or actually, yeah, I'm live every night except for Thursdays, Joe. 9:30. Show you guys what I'm doing. I'll show you what it looks like before I sharpen it real quick. That's what the end of it looks like. It's all dull and it's got that little ball on the end. Here's what it looks like now that I've sharpened it. Nice sharp point. What's going on, Grass Bass? Grass Bass is here, folks. Grassy Bass. Thank you, Grass Bass. That's how I say thank you to Grass Bass. I say Grassy Bass. That's good enough. But I don't need to sit here and sharpen up every tungsten I own. But I got a handful, so I should be good. Should be able to dip it in the weld puddle at least 4 or 5 times and still be good. All right. Let me put this back, move this little belt sander, and then I will have to move the head. It is in the globe. I'll have to move the fortune-telling head. Oh yeah. I actually had to move my vertebrae out of place for a second there. Perfect. 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 All right. Let's get to it. Let's see. I'll have to move this. Might have to move my little Fiesta potato right here. My actual living Fiesta potato. The party boy. All right. Let's try and pull this welder out and see if our fortunes are actually going to come true. Like the fortune teller told me. He said, "You're going to mess something up. You're going to dip the tungsten." I said, "Yeah, you're probably right." Let's see if we can do it. I don't know what inspired me to dump out all these train tracks all over the floor, but for some reason I decided to do that. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on why I did that. I thought I was going to set up a train about 2 months ago, and I still haven't done it.
The most advanced AI video model is now available.
It's getting there, though.
I'll get there.
Code needed. Get incredible realism.
Don't worry.
Fully integrated sound.
It will happen. There will be a Fangs Garage train chugging along, going through the garage.
Any genre, all based on your preference.
Trust me, it's gonna happen.
So go to Artlist and start creating without limits.
All right. Let me just get this Calvin and Hobbes book out of here. Tom was reading the indispensable Calvin and Hobbes. Oh yeah, I need to get this stupid chair out of here. Dang it.
Record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content.
I'm gonna change the way that I record my freaking diet.
Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting.
I've been recording my diet for 6 months now. Since I stopped eating the duct tape, I've been eating nothing but oh shoot. I've been eating nothing but darts and crap. Oh man. Nothing but throwing darts and chalk. That is the newest trend diet that I've been trying. Just a bunch of throwing darts. Not, of course, the pokey part. It's just the little quill. Plastic quills off of darts. And regular old classroom chalk. It's really good for your digestion. I don't know. I mean, it's like kind of a trending diet. So I'm a little skeptical. I'm just a little skeptical about the chalk diet, guys. Grass Bass says it's 12:33 p.m. Dang. Oh man, I'm glad that you worked the second shift in, Grass Bass. Nice late night wrencher. Speaking of grass bass, I'm actually planning on trying to go fishing pretty soon here, so that'll be fun. Are you in the fishbowl? Yes, Garrett, I am in the fishbowl. This is actually a animatronic display that I have set up that is speaking and walking around and talking for me. But yes, I am inside the fishbowl. I'm just controlling this animatronic robot that is moving around the garage doing stuff. And of course, it has a little servo in the mouth here. I can move him around, turn it like this, turn him, walk him over like this. Servo inside the mouth right here that'll move his jaw up and down and make him look hyper realistic. But yes, I am sitting in the fishbowl. Unfortunately, there was a large accident with a gypsy lady. She got really mad at me because I called her something. I can't even repeat it as part of the thing. But yeah, she basically chunked my head down, put it into a fishbowl, and now I'm cursed. But fortunately, I do have a background in robotics, so I crafted this animatronic robot to walk around and just basically get the stuff done that I've been wanting to get done ever since I got transferred into this little fishbowl thing. I can't get out, I'm stuck, I can't even move my mouth. Of course, I have the Neuralink, I have the newest patch update that is allowing me to do text-to-speech on this little robot. See, look, I can even have him adjust my hat a little bit. I have a little hat here that I'm putting on my head. But yeah, just basically sitting inside this fishbowl, just wishing that I could have my body back. It's just really inconvenient. My nose has been itching for a long time, and I can't move it, so kind of stuck. Yeti head, says Grass Bass. Exactly. Me and the Sasquatch family go way back. Unfortunately, one of their members did come and work for Fangs Garage as the social media coordinator. But yeah, he's doing a great job. I mean, it's unfortunate for them because they lost such a valuable member of their team. But I mean, we gained him, we poached him, we got him, and you know, we pay him the big bucks. That's why he stays with us. All right, so I'm gonna drag this welder out a little bit more and get our weld on. Pull it out over here. Actually, I'll put this up a little bit higher. All right, let me
pull these tendrils out. Oh man, yeah, me and Garrett go way back, guys. We actually used to work in the aquatic industry. Me and Garrett, we were, speaking of fish bowls, we were breeding octopus back down, it was in Miami at the time. This was in the early 90s. But yeah, me and Garrett, we were breeding these exotic octopus, and it was just the craziest thing you've ever seen. I mean, if you've never seen an octopus lay eggs inside of a rotting whale carcass, I mean, it is to die for, guys. It is incredible. You'll never see anything like it again. I mean, it's crazy enough to basically, in order to breed these octopus, you have to essentially handle them by hand, and they're venomous. And Garrett was just a champ when it came to taking that venom. I mean, they would be stinging us and biting us with their little beaks, and it really hurt. Gizmo was not allowed to be near the octopus because he does love calamari, and they know that at the aquatic center. So he was not, unfortunately, he was not allowed to help. He was allowed to feed him from time to time, but that was just under close supervision, of course, because Gizmo does like to, you know, sample foods. He likes to sample animals. He likes to try different things, guys. He's a diverse little guy, and he has a diverse diet, and that's fine. It's good for his digestion. I'm glad. Okay, I'm gonna have to plug in and unplug and then replug. Let me grab a little bit of filler rod. And this thing right here, this little gauge thing, so it'll block the tungsten stick out. Okay, let's get this all set up. Just need some filler rod and welding hood. E-Bell, bro, is this a mechanic shop or octopus stories? E-Bell, it is a little bit of both. We actually have a Fangs Garage aquarium channel where we just are talking all about different venomous fish and what they taste like, and different octopi and their living conditions. And basically we try and telepathically communicate with the octopus. It does work from time to time. Unfortunately, they do have a filthy mouth. They have several mouths, actually. It's just kind of a weird fact that not a lot of people know. But yeah, we're all about octopus here. And you know what? E-Bell, you should know that by now. E-Bell is a big, long-time fan of Fangs Garage. E-Bell is a loyal supporter. Me and E-Bell go way back. Actually, when we used to work in Philadelphia cleaning out the Liberty Bell, believe it or not, that's where the username came from. And he would use this really cool technique of actually using technology to clean off the bell. He was using different electronics. That's why he changed his name to E-Bell. And I said, that's a great name. He was using his iPod Nano. He's scrubbing it on the walls. It was really good for like abrasion. It was really abrasive for cleaning off the walls all around the Liberty Bell. Because obviously you can't just clean off the bell. You have to clean off the area around the bell. It's in the contract. It's a really lengthy contract because it is such a big bell. But I said, you know what? Why not change your username to E-Bell? We'll start cleaning up his Liberty Bell, and we'll get it all done. And you know, E-Bell was a great worker, great coworker. Always brought lunch, and always knew what I wanted from Yum Yum Donut. I wanted the little breakfast sandwich. It was like a bagel with scrambled egg patty, some bacon, and some cheese. But I would request it with donuts instead of bagels. And E-Bell knew that, and it would always get it perfect every time. What's going on, William? Big W. Williams in the house.
William Lord. Whoop, whoop, whoop. William.
William is here, guys. William is one of the OGs, and me and William used to work at Waffle House together. We'd be making those waffles every single night, and I was in charge of the sausage. William would be making the waffles. Gizmo was dispensing syrup. It was really busy. I mean, it was late night. Obviously, we were on the late night shift, Waffle House, but I mean, every night we'd be sitting outside smoking cigarettes, freaking eating chicken and waffles, just dipping those pieces of chicken in the syrup and loving our lives. It was one of the craziest times of my life. They found out that I had extremely high blood pressure because of all the waffles and chicken that I was eating. I said, you know what, Doc, I really don't care about my high blood pressure. I'll live with it. And I'm never gonna stop eating those chicken and waffles. You're not gonna stop me. And he didn't. I ate those chicken and waffles until the day I died. And then they brought me back to life. And they said, you've got to stop eating all these chicken and waffles. I said, okay, fine. I'll stop. But yeah, until the day I died, I ate those waffles. And I loved it, every minute of it. The Deal for Real is back. Nice. So what's going on, The Deal for Real? I haven't seen you in a bit, bud. How you doing? What's going on? Timothy Ruth is back. Timothy's here. Timothy and me used to go way back, guys, when I worked as a dentist. This is, of course, back in Utah, when I had the big mansion, after the whole dental payout, when they found out that I was actually the son of a famous dental magician. That was really cool. It was, sorry guys, I gotta go run and grab my stool back here. Yeah, I was like, what the heck, where's my stool at? Oh, it's out there. Yeah, dental magician, guys. I mean, he would basically just freaking open up your mouth and make your teeth disappear real quick. He'd say, let me have those teeth. He actually got arrested because they found out that he was stealing people's teeth. He's removing people's teeth. They didn't need their teeth removed. It was a huge thing. I had all my teeth removed. He said I didn't need any teeth anymore. He removed all my teeth. Turns out that it was all just a scam. And the guy was just harvesting people's teeth and cloning people again. I said, you can't be cloning people without me. This is going against our contract with Clone Tech. And basically, I won the lawsuit, $17 million. And that's how the whole Fangs Garage thing got started, guys. I mean, 17 million. I invested most of it into this scooter so far, and it's coming out pretty good. So I'm excited. Yeah, you know what? It is a table. It has definitely become a table, The Deal. You know it, I know it. We all know it. That thing is no longer, where's my welding hood? That thing is no longer a stool. It has become a little storage table. A little workspace. I can't help it, The Deal. You know it. You know what I do. I make 1,700 little workstations all around the garage. And I'm like, here's a project, here's a project, here's a project, here's a project. Exactly, Timothy Ruth. It was a hell of a deal. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And you know what? The Deal for Real couldn't believe it either. I don't blame them. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a little welding. This might burn your eyeballs out of their sockets, and if it does, I have a complete video series that is out in Braille. You should be able to basically feel everything that's going on, all the words that I'm saying. It's all in Braille. It's all out there for anybody that's blinded or partially incapacitated because of the projects, guys. So check it out on Braille. fangsgaragebraille.net. It is a whole website. I spent $1,700 to get this website going. A last minute thing. It was last night. I said I need this website out tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about this thing. I'm going to be pushing this thing. I really need people to get out there and just start getting this Braille content now. And the marketing team said, okay, in order to do this and get it done by tomorrow, we're going to have to work all night and we're going to charge a premium. I said, I don't care what it costs. Get this material out there now. So guys, I will be welding. Cover your eyes or go to fangsgaragebraille.net if you have already suffered the consequences. It's a little bit windy out here, so crap. I'm going to need to do something about this. There's no way I can weld with this wind right here. Let me try and move this cardboard real quick. Make a little shield. Hopefully I don't touch anything. Yeah, this will work. 100% it'll work. Why wouldn't it work? Okay, I was joking, but maybe it will. Okay, let me release the chair. All right, guys, let's get to the welding. Okay, there we go. As long as nothing falls over, I'll be good. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice little tack. It didn't fight me. Usually everything I do tries to fight me. All the projects trying to fight back. They don't want to be done. Yes, okay, it's still in a good position. Before I screw it up, let me get another tack on this one. Oh crap. Dang it. Dip that dang tungsten as hard as it could be dipped. I double dipped it. I dipped it and then pulled it out, dipped it back in. I said, give me some more of that guac. Give me some more of that guacamole. Not too bad. Okay, now that it is tacked in, I can remove the seat pan and finish welding this up. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Relatively simple weld, I think. I might just have to remove the seat pan, and hopefully this wind doesn't hinder me. All right. Of course, the wind had to start blowing right when I started doing it. Let me wait for this for a second and hopefully let this wind die down a little bit. I could maybe push it into the garage. That might actually be easier. Yeah, it's still kind of windy out here. Let me see if I can shield it so I'm just crawling inside this little cardboard box. All right, guys, I'm going in. Let's see if I can do it in the dark underneath this box. This stupid box won't stay up. I think if it stayed like this, it'd be fine. It is basically what it looked like behind that Staples. Stand back there. Here's a good spot. All right. Okay. Not too bad. That worked out. Just have to tack it a little bit more, then I will remove the seat pan and fully weld it up. That's nice. Welding hood just smashed me in the face.
Okay, I think that's enough to pull off the seat pan. Try and make it a lot easier. Sorry guys, I know I'm not responding to the chat right now. Check it in just a second. I don't know if the music has gone off or not. David Altman, just sub, brother. This looks like a cool ass channel. Appreciate you. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. I'm getting some work done on the scooter here. Hopefully we'll get it completely done in not too long. Floki's Angels says, I reshared your link to my channel as well. Going live now though. Just wanted to stop and say hi. Smash that like. Thank you, Floki's Angels. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're here. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Just a little welding in a cubicle. Yes, exactly, Moses. What's going on, Moses? What's going on, Scott? How you doing, Scott? Working on the scooter again, Scott. And you know it, Moses. Welding in a little tiny box. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Just trying to locate my freaking mouse. Ugh. I'm stuck. Let me skip this ad. There we go. Sorry guys, just get back up and running. Looking for my darn vape. Can't remember where I set it. Alright, enough with that. Let me freaking get back to the welding. Take out the seat pan real quick. What's going on, Moses? The coil should be coming in tomorrow. So we'll get to testing. We'll test it out. Let's see. I hope that's the problem. I hope that's all it was. There it is. I knew I shouldn't have bought a vape that was black. I knew I was gonna lose it all the time. All right. Take these bolts off here. All right, take this seat pan off real quick, and now finish up the welding. And then basically I'll just have to make a little tab, a couple little tabs, and then at least the front part of the seat pan will be done. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can even get this out of here now that this piece is welded on. There we go. That works. Okay. It's coming along. Let me get back into my little cubicle and get back to work. Get back to work. How you doing, Timothy? I'm glad you're back, Timothy. Funny little side story, Timothy. Before I was named Fang, I was actually being considered to be named Timothy. That was one of the names. It would have been called Timmy's Garage at that point. But they went with Fang. They said, let's name him Fang. They said, why? That's kind of a different name. And they said maybe he'll have piercings when he's older and make him look like the guy from Disturbed and Shel Silverstein if they had a baby. And they'll say, Shel Silverstein and the guy from Disturbed? What? They had a baby? Yeah, they had a baby. They named him Fang. That's crazy. Yeah, it was interesting. That's where I get all the poetry from. Believe it or not. A little Snapple fact for you. Courtesy of Courtney. Hopefully I'm not frying out all the rest of the electronics, as I'm known to do when I'm welding on these things. Let me finish welding this up, and then I'll read through any comments that you guys left saying, don't do that, you're frying everything. Too late. Ay, ay, ay. I dipped the tungsten and it pulled my hand in and burnt it a little bit. It said, come here, give me a little kiss. I said, I don't want to kiss you. And then it freaking was like, mwah. And the little weld pedal kissed my finger. He said, hi. I said, leave me alone, I don't want to. But it did, it didn't leave my finger alone. It said, come here. Okay, we got some of it welded on. My little weld cubicle is working, Moses. I like the idea. I also like the idea of the name Fang Gang. Thought about that today. I said, I like that name. Kind of a funny name. Fang Gang. It reminds me of Theo Vaughn. Fang Gang. Alright, I'm dipping it. If you thought you were going to tune in and I wouldn't dip this tungsten, you tuned into the wrong stream, because I'm dipping it. I mean, freaking call it a freaking fondue. What's that called? Fondue? Call it a darn fondue fountain, because I'm dipping it. Can someone hand me a strawberry so I can dip it? Because I need to dip this tungsten. When I look at a tungsten, I think of a little tiny piece of fruit and a giant chocolate fountain. I say, I gotta dip it. Let me dip that. It's like that song, can I dip it? Yes, you can. Can I dip it? Yes, you can. Can I dip it? The freaking bike said, yes, you can dip it. Okay. Tribe Called Fang. New hit song. Can I dip it? Yes, you can. Okay, not the worst welding, but not the best. I mean, not bad, considering I don't know what I'm doing. Considering I'm a complete amateur, it's not too bad. Let me go over to the other side. Let me take the advice of the Red Hot Chili Peppers and take it on the other side. Take everything over here except for my chair, of course. Weld up this side and should be done. And just got a little plate on top. Sorry guys, I realized that the music might be off. Did not realize that until just now. So just give me just a few minutes here, and once I'm done with this welding, I will resume the music. Please don't stop the music. Is that what I thought I heard someone saying that? because they realize that when the music stops, I tend to talk more. And they were like, please don't stop the music. I said, okay, I'm not trying to. It's just that sometimes the ad will come on and I'm in the middle of something. And then, please don't stop the music. I said, all right, I'm trying to explain what's going on, but you just keep interrupting me. Every time I try and start talking, you're just like, please don't stop the music. Mars 777 says Jesus loves you. Well, Jesus loves you too, Mars. Don't forget it. I'm sick of you forgetting it, Mars. I'm really getting sick of you forgetting how much Jesus freaking loves you too, Mars. Because he does. He really does. I'm going to clean some of this off and get some acetone on there. Like a little paint. It looks like it was kind of melting over into the area I'm going to be welding. Make sure I clean it out. Almost got it, guys. It's actually Gizmo's favorite artist, Rihanna. I know it's probably no surprise to you guys, but that is his favorite artist. Alright, just a couple more welds. I'll be done with this part. Okay, I believe it's done. Looks relatively straight. Looks like it might have warped a little bit. Let me see if I can move it just a tiny bit while it's still hot. Looks like it's a little bit off. Ah, that's great. Why don't you just mangle it all up while you're at it, dude? Great job. Oh, not too big of a deal. Yeah. Let's see if I can move it just a hair. No. Oh, that was just that part. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nothing to cry about. Nothing to write home about either. Definitely do not write home about that, because you will get a nasty reply letter. I don't care who you write home to. You're going to say, what the heck? Who the heck did you allow to work on this thing? I'll say, it was Fang. I'll say, oh, no wonder. No wonder it looks like a booger weld. Oh, Timothy, that's right. Let me, Timothy, I tried to go look at your T555 and I could not find your channel. Sorry about that, guys. Leave me a comment on one of my videos, Timothy, so I can find your username and go look at your T55 again. I just installed a new torque converter switch from chain drive to belt, but never did that before. Any tips on how to make belt or make efficient? So a new torque converter, I would say if it's, depending on what kind of torque converter it is, one thing that I would note is make sure that the belt is facing the right direction, because there are arrows on some of them, and it'll say like towards the engine this way, and one side of the belt is flat and one side is actually kind of cut. At least on the Comet torque converter that I got, I think that's the name of the one I got for my Coleman mini bike, the little 212cc. But yeah, that's what I would suggest, is making sure you put the belts on the correct way. If it is the kind of belt that uses that, it's a directional belt. Also, one thing I would suggest is getting a new brass bushing for the torque converter, because those things are a consumable and they will wear out. And when it does, you won't be able to idle it, if it's the same kind of torque converter. Timothy is a good name, but Fang is pretty sick. Thank you, Timothy. I agree. I wouldn't have been too disappointed if it was Timmy's Garage. At least disconnect that battery, says Moses. The battery is disconnected. It's out of there. I agree, Moses. Theo Vaughn is definitely very funny to listen to. That guy is hilarious. The Kiss is about 7 or 8, but Tongue's 10. Oh, T-Bird, I like that. Wow, a little welding joke there. I like that. When the music stops, you should sing. It says Lisa. I don't know, Lisa. Simon Cowell is already beating down the door trying to get me to sign a freaking record deal. I said, enough, Simon. Enough. He harasses me almost daily. Sends me emails, calls me all the time. He says, we absolutely need you to sing on American Idol. I said, I can't be going on American Idol again, all right? I already beat Clay Aiken. They cut me out of the series, all right? I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but on the American Idol, it was season 2. It was me versus Clay Aiken, and they cut me out of the whole series, guys. It was really offensive. I could not even believe it. I said, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I could have beat Clay Aiken easily. But that's what they decided to do, guys. They were really fickle about how the producers were basically the ones that were calling all the shots. The executive producer, Mark Middleton, he was obviously, he's claimed he knew what he was doing with running the show, but I didn't think so. And he said, we got to cut him out. He's too good. He's going to beat Clay. And guys, if you didn't know American Idol, it's all planned. It's all scripted. So Clay Aiken, Kelly Clarkson, they were all chosen, guys. There was no competition. They knew they were going to win. And I just wasn't part of the plan. So unfortunately, I did not get to go home with the record deal. And but you know what? I think that ever since then, Simon Cowell has kind of regretted his decision to not put me through and to not let me beat Clay Aiken. But you know what, Lisa? Deep down, I know I could have beaten Clay. Clay was no issue for me. I would have belted out Bohemian Rhapsody and won the entire thing. But you know what? Sometimes you sit in line for 7 days straight and you wear a diaper to get into the American Idol audition in Tecumseh, Wyoming. And sometimes the thing that you really take away from it is that you can't win just based off of just sheer singing talent. I mean, it was kind of a shoo-in, and they had to stick to the script, which I get it. It's Hollywood. It's it's the big leagues. But yeah, they didn't have to cut every scene out. I was in literally I was all the way up until the final 3.
And they cut me out of every scene. They actually had to green screen in some other dude. Couldn't believe it. Similar thing happened to me when I was in the movie Avatar. I was one of the main guys riding on those gigantic animals. And basically, guys, what the heck is that? Oh, weird. A little tiny toad was sitting on the ground. I just made a croaked at me. But yeah, I mean, they cut me out of all the movie scenes, guys. I had the tail, I had everything. I was linked up to the animal. I was riding it around, flying through the air. They spent $20,000 just to get me green screened into a scene, screaming, "Woohoo!" On the back of one of these flying dinosaurs, guys, and they freaking cut my scene out. I couldn't even believe it. I said, "Are you freaking kidding me?" They still paid me. It was a 2-day shoot. They paid me $650,000. It was basically life-changing. That's kind of what got me started in the banana bread business. It's definitely what got me started in the whole toothpaste business, and that's really what kind of just basically, basically got me started in the whole competitive hot dog eating contest, guys. It's kind of where I tend to shine with the competitive hot dog eating, the stylized hot dog eating. I don't eat. It's not about. Of course, it's not about quantity, guys. It's about quality. It's about how good you can eat the hot dog. It's about how delicate you can be with the hot dog. Why is this so short? What in the world just happened? What? I welded these on here and now they're like way too incredibly short. Maybe it was like that. And this was just bent up. I guess I could just do it like that. Okay. Improvise. Okay, so now what I need to do. Oh boy, I didn't realize I washed my watch and it's not waterproof. Now what I need to do is make a little tab, essentially. I think I could use this angle iron. Let's see. That might work. For the top. Let's see if I had that across the top right there and then going down. Okay, I guess that would work. Sorry guys, just doing a little more thinking out loud. I basically have to make a couple little metal tabs. I guess I could maybe heat it up and bend it like that. That might work. Okay. I guess let me get this measured out. Let's see, this is going to be like this. Let me get a marker. So let me show you guys what it looks like now. What's going on, Dubsack? How you doing, buddy? Dubsack is here, guys. Let's see. Lisa, you look similar to your Majesty, says Moses. And chilling, bro, having me a beers. Cheers, says Moses. Cheers, Moses. Hope you're having a good night, buddy. And Dubsack, you too. Fang, here's my link for my T555 on my channel. I don't have many pics, but I'll shoot a small video tomorrow morning, show you where I'm at on it. Nice, Timothy. I look forward to it. I'll check it out. Yeah, I need a a little drink to calm me down. Maybe a little Celsius. That sounds good. Mick the welder says, hey, from Australia. What's going on, Mick? I'm glad you're here. From down under. Mick, how are you doing, buddy? Mick, oh man, I have a motorcycle to show you, Mick. It is related to Ned Kelly. Where's my marker at? I'm officially scatterbrained at this point. Let me scour the garage and grab a marker, and also grab a little sip of some water before I die. What's going on, Mick? I had some cookies and cream M&Ms today, Mick. They were okay. Nothing too special. Yeah, I know. Ned Kelly. Every time I show somebody this motorcycle that is from Australia, they're like, dude, it's a Ned Kelly. I don't know how to do an Australian accent, Mick, but I tried. I tried for you, Mick, and I'll show you the bike. Since you're here all the way from down under, and I would love to visit Australia someday, I will show you the Mad Max looking Ned Kelly bike. This is my daily driver. Obviously, the reason why it's everyone refers to it as the Ned Kelly chopper. There's just a little knight's helmet fairing that I made for it. Thanks, Mick. What kind of welding do you do, Mick? Is it TIG welding, MIG welding? All sorts? Stick welding? Thanks, Timothy. I'll be doing some work on that bike here pretty soon, actually. I have to replace the fork seals on that Yamaha Roadstar, so I'll be doing that here coming up, maybe in a few live episodes. Guys, if you have any suggestions for stuff that you want to see, I am open to suggestions for doing live stuff. Obviously, I need to keep working on the scooter, but I'd like to do some different things to kind of keep my mind fresh and keep the ball rolling in a good direction. So if you guys do have any suggestions on some little break videos, let me know. Or just video ideas in general, I'm down. Or suggestions. I have probably a handful of good video ideas. One of them obviously is being to get those gigantic ape hangers installed. I really actually legitimately want to do that, so I am going to do that. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to take a little bit of time to do it, but that's okay. All right, so let me just think this out real quick. Could weld that. I could actually just weld that whole piece on there. Actually, maybe I will do a little tab. Okay, that'll probably be good. All right, just gonna do a little cutting with the grinder. Shouldn't take more than 20, 30, 40 minutes tops. At most 45 minutes of straight grinder work. That's it. I mean, it's not much, guys, but it's the best I could do. All I've been welding for 40 years. Nice. Hi, my buddy built a bike. It was on the cover of Iron Horse for a real long time ago. It says, for the love of gaming. Nice. Iron Horse magazine? I think I might have an Iron Horse magazine. I have to check it out. Would you know what issue it was? I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find it online. That sounds cool. 8 hangers on the Ned Kelly. Yes, Moses. I am going to put the 8 hangers on there. But for cosmetic appearances, I might take the fairing off of there and put just a traditional headlight on so as to not distract from the gigantic 40-inch 8 hangers. I know it'd be hard to distract from it, but I don't know. I just don't want people to be staring at the fairing and be like, what is going on with this bike? I'd rather it just be kind of a cartoonish looking bike.
Now taxes, like a turbo tax expert. Doing it all for you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna use the grinder real quick. Should just take a few minutes here. And yeah, I'll get this little piece cut out, maybe do a little bending with a torch or something.
Now this is taxes. Due to a turbo tax.
Refresh your home and save big at the Living Spaces President's Day event. Update and elevate every room with sofas starting at $295, queen beds from $195, and dining sets starting at $295. Only at the Living Spaces President's Day event. Living Spaces.
Get this cut out. Get it plugged in first. I'll cut it out. Tuck these dangly bits in so I don't get them undangly from my face. Okay, let me just grab something to hold this. Finish cutting it. The heck? What in the world? There we go. See if this piece worked. Sorry guys, I know the camera has not been moved in a while. I'll move it in just a second. All right. Just see if this worked. Okay. Well, kind of. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Just gotta bend it a little bit. Okay. Well, I guess I could probably use a torch on that and bend it, or I could just cut it. That'd probably be way easier. And cut that with the grinder real quick while I still have some time. And sorry guys. One more minute with a grinder. I want to make sure I can weld it up if it's possible. I think it will be. And I will obviously get the music back going in 1 second. Just have to convince it a little bit with the hammer, but it should be fine. Should be easy enough to deal with. Okay. Let me grab a hammer and I'll show you guys what it looks like. My plantar fasciitis is officially crippling my foot. Mick the welder says, I'm going to put my safety glasses on. Thank you, Mick, for being safe. User OV80 says, what kind of Bob are you building today? It's a big one. Trust me, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a 2008 Lance Milan GY6 little Bob-omb bomber. Moses says Fang is raw with the game. Look at him, doesn't even wear gloves. He likes to feel the heat burn. And yes, Moses, I do eat Stars for dinner along with a bowl of mini wheats and little bits of rusty pieces that I've dug out of motorcycle gas tanks, old ones. 1mm cutting discs are a lot quicker. All right, I'll have to look into that, Mick. Exactly. No music, no singing. Sorry about that, Lisa. Who ran by in the background says Jason. I'm not sure. Probably some sort of ghoul or gremlin running around. I don't know. There's lots of people that run by in the background, Jason. Lots of people working the cameras and the boom mics here at Fang's Garage. We have a crew of 16 people. They're all mainly back behind the camera right there. There's Jimmy over there, and that's Margie over there. She's quite the character, but she doesn't like to be on camera. Sorry guys, I am literally trying to just stand here and stall while my foot recovers. I was sitting on my foot, and I think my foot's broken actually. I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, but 2 motorcycles fell on my foot this week, and it hurts quite a bit. Weaselbox, what's going on, Weasel? Jason Stormone says it was a real person. Okay, Jason, that is highly concerning now. I did not realize there was a person running behind me. Did it look like a small child? Possibly one in a little white dress that had really pale skin? Because I've been seeing that a lot lately. Walking around the house at night, it's kind of startling. But yeah, sorry guys, I literally had 2 motorcycles drop on my foot this week, on my right foot, and it's all purple. So I think it might be broken. Yeah, you know what? I think it's probably my daughter running by from the neighbor's house, running away from some sort of ghoul that was out here earlier today. Right. I think I could probably act like my foot doesn't hurt. I need a hammer. It is, of course, hammer time. Courtesy of Fang's Garage. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened to it, though. I do know that the Kawasaki Vulcan and the EX500 both fell onto the same foot this week. That was fun. And that was within like 2 days of each other. So, could be that. Could be anything, really. Your guess is as good as mine, Lisa. Who knows? It could just be from the weather. It could just be it's going to rain soon. And I'm just becoming one of those people that says, my joints are starting to hurt. That means it's going to rain. Maybe I should have done it the other way. Maybe I should bend it that way. It's not gonna work. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to correct a mistake, or by mistake I mean a design flaw. And by design flaw, I mean something that I should have been paying more attention to. I did not, but now I am, and now I'm suffering the consequence of said negligence. Oh, come on, you little cinnamon roll. I know you want it. I know that you're just playing hard to get. How about this? That'll for sure work. Just a little handmade goodness. courtesy of Fang's Garage. I don't use no dang measuring devices, except for my eyeballs. Those are excellent measuring. Okay, that actually looks pretty darn good. If I don't say so myself, and I do say so myself, so what can you do? Let's see here. That doesn't look half bad. It looks pretty bad, but not half bad. Let's see if I can maybe flatten that out just a hair. A little bit thinner. Okay, guys, I know it is late, but I'm going to hit the grinder one more time and crush my foot again. I'm gonna go raw, Moses. I'm getting really raw this time. I'm not holding back anymore, Moses. I'm sorry that I had to hold back this whole entire time, but now I really can't afford to hold back. I had to apologize. Let me actually grab a vice grip and go to town. Actually, where's my little vice thing? I'll use that. Actually, no, I need vice grips. Here. This is what. Oh, Truth Troll is back. Truth Troll. Oh man, I haven't seen Truth Troll in a while. How you doing, Truth Troll? It's okay, guys. Truth Troll is welcome here. I welcome Truth Troll, and I'm glad that he's here, actually. Me and Truth Troll used to go way back. We used to actually work at the game show Truth or Dare, guys. That's actually where he got his username from. And he's in charge of the slime portion of Truth or Dare. It was a really fun job, guys. We got to go home with as much free slime as we wanted. So you can guess what our bathtub was like when we were living in that little apartment in Shantville, Louisiana. I mean, me and Truth Troll, we were sliming around in that slime in the bathtub. It was a lot of fun. Dubsack says, don't hold back. I'm trying not to. Mick the Welder, California. That's why I'm in a t-shirt right now. I actually would normally be wearing just a swimsuit, but it is 85 degrees right now. So it's a little bit cold, but maybe tomorrow, Mick, I'll be in the swimsuit again. You can't do that on television, says Dubsack. Sorry, Dubsack. Yeah, exactly, Weaselbox. The little ants that were crawling around down the floor underneath here, when I had that really wet fart earlier, they definitely got slimed. Not just the contestants on Truth or Dare. But Truth Troll, I'm glad you're back, buddy. I'm glad that you found the stream again. It's been a while. I'm gonna hit up the grinder one more time and grind my little heart out. And yeah, actually, yeah, I'll do this first.
Just one more time with the cutting wheel. What the? Whoa, grinder's making weird noises. Or the creaking and cracking. All right, guys, last little bit with the grinder. Uh-oh. Fang just got a little boo-boo. Oh, that felt good. If you guys are following along and you are using your 4.5-inch grinder, make sure that you do not hit your kneecap with the cutting wheel like I just did. That's not recommended. Let's take a little peek. I just cut my jeans and I think I melted them into my kneecap. Let's take a little investigatory look and check out the medical condition of the kneecap. This week on my super tweaker neighbor, we have Fang's Garage, and he's working on another project. He's working on the 2008 Lance Milan GY6, guys. And on this week of my super tweaker neighbor, we are going to be stripping out all the copper from all the components here. We're going to go over into the neighbor's house. We're going to go in, go through all their plumbing, grab all the stuff out of the walls, get everything out of the basement, and we are going to go rummage around through the neighborhood, guys. Let's check out what happened to my knee here. The grinder did go through and I felt it kind of get a good little chunk on there, so let's oh, there it is. Perfect. Guys, that is some looks like some cheap Chinese denim fabric that is now implanted into my knee, and it does not look that deep, but I can assure you it is at a decent depth. I would get the dial indicator out, or the dial caliper out, but I can assure you that thing just chomped right into it. That was fun. Scared of it. Part of the bargain, I guess. Part of the deal. It's all good. I'm sure I'll have fun with it tomorrow when I'm looking at it and say, oh, look at that little line. I remember that. That was a fun one. Okay, let me put this piece on here, and then I'll show you guys basically where it's at and what I'm working with here. Mick, don't look too closely at the welds. I'm no welder. I'm just a hobbyist, that's all. By no means am I a professional welder, Mick. I'm sure anyone that has watched Fang's Garage previously can attest to that. This is fun. My foot feels like it is currently being crushed underneath a really heavy, I'm going to say like a dumpster. It feels like a dumpster wheel is rolling over my foot right now, and I'm simply just kneeling down, so that is very interesting. It's a cool little feature that I've unlocked on my ankle there. I have broken about 10 of my bones in my body, so I believe I have the bone density of pretzel sticks, and including both of my ankles twice. That is a real story, guys. I have legitimately broken quite a few bones. I actually broke my collarbone when I was like 2 years old, I think. Collarbone, my wrist. Fell off of my cousin's shoulders. Stop crying, at least it's not bleeding. You know what, Moses? That's right, I like that. I like your attitude, Moses. It cauterizes the wounds instantly when you get a little burn. So check it out, guys. Here's the current progress.
of the seat pan. Obviously it's a little crooked on there. Let me try and fix that so you don't look too closely at it. This is the seat pan. These are the two pieces that I welded on there. These two pieces right here. Again, Mick, don't look at those welds, okay? I'm no professional. But basically, this little piece is the one that I was cutting out. This little angle iron piece. And you can see I bent it, so it's like flush up against there. So basically the plan is going to be to weld this onto here. I am going to have to trim off. Let me get the light on real quick. I'm going to have to trim off this little piece right here and just cut it right there all the way across. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this piece right here. I'm going to weld this on here. I'll drill a hole right here in the center, and then I'll make another tab right here that will be like a tab coming down. Obviously when this is cut, it won't be there. It'll be a little L tab, like a little matching bracket that a bolt will just be able to go through here and it'll bolt right in. That way, if there's ever an issue with the seat or anything, and with the bolt, you won't have to take apart the seat to fix it. It'll just be this tab with a hole on it. That way there won't be any issues, hopefully. Oh my gosh, my foot feels horrible. I literally almost can't walk on it. Oh. And Mick the welder says it won't break. I hope not, Mick. It's just gonna have some downward forces on it, just basically from the seat just sitting on it. So I'm gonna hope that the amount of strength is gonna be there in that weld. I think it'll be okay. Not Zizer says it might though. I hope not. Not Zizer. I hope that's not the case. Yo, just popping in and out. Just want to say hi. Got a haul. All right. See you later, Commander. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you're commanding, as always. And we are saluting you, Commander. Let me see, guys. Sorry. I'm getting a call from Chris Angel. I'm actually going to have to step out for a second. Let me grab my buddy Craig here. And see. Hey, Craig. Craig. Hey, buddy. Hey, I know you're playing Minecraft. Do you think you can come out here and help for a second?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, do you think you could help just talk to people for a second and just explain what's going to be happening and all that? I got to go take a call. Chris Angel's talking to me about this whole croissant thing. I got to really get back to him. He's been bugging me this whole... Yeah, no worry. Say less, dude. I got it. Oh, man, you know my foot is hurting too. Yeah, I know it is. I saw that. You heard, yeah, you actually got your foot crushed also by a motorcycle. Yeah. What's up, guys? Craig here. Fang had to actually step out for a second. What's going on, Commander? I'm glad that you're here. Guys, so Fang was showing me some of the stuff that he's working on here at the on the scooter. What's going on, Howdy? Split personality. I know about that, Howdy. We're all one here. We're all unified. Howdy. I'm right there with you. Where's your girl at? Where's your ex? Your ex or your parent girl? Or is it my current coworker? Okay. And she actually takes care of a lot of the food stuff that goes on. And man, you better looking than Fang. Mick, I agree, that guy is butt ugly. I mean, seriously, what is he thinking with the piercings and everything? What's this guy? Is this guy from Disturbed or what? Seriously, get out of here. Should call it Craig's Garage, you know what I'm saying? Craig's Cave. Guys, I do actually live in a cave, believe it or not. Most Cyclops do like living in caves. We like the underground environments because of obviously the light. We don't like to be out in the light. It does hurt our eyes. We have a pupil condition, guys. It's actually what is the main thing about being a Cyclops. It's really all about the pupils. If you look directly into my eyes, you will turn into stone, so I don't recommend it. But it is one of the perks of being a Cyclops. I mean, somebody pisses me off, you piss me off in traffic, guess what? I'm gonna be looking right into your rear view mirror. And when I lock eye with you, guess what? When your rear view mirror, when you just happen to look up and say, oh, what's that Hyundai Sonata behind me? Oh shit, turn into stone. You're done, dude. Now I just got to go around you, and you're gonna be sitting there. Guess what? Tow companies, they love me, okay? I'm leaving cars left and right. I leave stone passengers everywhere, okay? Guys, it's really one of the main benefits of being a Cyclops, and being chosen by the Cyclopean Council is obviously a very special thing. So yeah, she's still cute. Can she be your Valentine? Of course she can. F6, she was actually asking about you. She said, where is F6 at? I've actually been thinking about him a lot. She was reading Cosmo, thinking about you. And I said, you know what, maybe he'll show back up. Maybe Steven Steele is going to show back up. No, I don't blink, actually, Steven. Okay, it's a condition. It's because my tear ducts are a little bit messed up, Steven. Okay, it's a very technical thing. I really appreciate it if you didn't point it out all the time. Me and Steven go fishing a lot, and he always points it out. He says, dude, are you ever going to blink? You're kind of scaring away the fish. I said, you know what, Steven? I haven't even seen you catch a bluegill, okay? I haven't even seen you catch a bass. So don't tell me that I'm the one, I'm not scaring away the fish when I'm not there. You're out there fishing all the time, okay? You're just probably not using the right bait, okay, Steven? I'm sorry. Yes, Moses, the one-eyed monster is back. Craig is the man. Lisa, I agree. Music fan, should I ride my bike 10 miles for tacos? Music fan, I'd ride my bike 10,000 miles to meet Vanessa Carlton and say, let's go get some freaking tacos, Vanessa. All right? I'd go 1,000 miles at least. So music fan, get your freaking headphones on, get your favorite song playing, and you freaking start riding and pedaling until you get to those tacos, okay? Because I would, and I would not look back, okay? I would not look to the side, I would not look over there, I'd not look up, and I wouldn't look back, okay, music fan? And Courtney is never gonna look back. Not to the past, not to what anybody thinks happened to her and Kurt, okay? She's not looking back. She's not looking over there. She's looking over here at the future of Fang's garage. And the future is now, and it's looking bright. It's looking real bright, guys. Music, motorbike, exactly. The deal for real. How are you doing, buddy? Andres, Gondres. You know what? Don't go anywhere, Andres, because we are live here at Fang's garage. And Fang is taking a little bit of a potty break. So I'm his roommate, Craig. I'm just stepping in for a second. Super neat. I'm interested in making a purchase some of your fluids either separately or all mixed together. I don't do anything weird with them. I just display them in my foyer on a handmade walnut shelf. Well, you know what's super neat? I actually have a little foyer with a walnut shelf as well. And you know what? I'm actually going to need all of your fluids. Every last one of them. I'm going to have to drain them out manually. It's going to hurt a lot, but you're going to enjoy it. So I hope you're ready. Super neat name. I need your name, I need your address, and I need your phone number now. James T. Kirk was a Cyclops. That's why Scotty always said, I, Captain, beam me up. Of course, as a Cyclops, I do love eating lollipops. It's our favorite food. Yes, I will need your bile fluid. I'm sorry about that. I know we did send you the memo that we did not need the bile fluid, but we do actually need that bile. That's going to be for one of our cloning things, guys. We have a big pile of teeth over there, and the bone pile is starting to get a little bit out of hand. So we're going to need to start restocking on the bile and all the essential fluids, guys. If you have any amino acids or anything like that, any sort of scrum or maybe grundle cheese, feel free to send it in to Fang's Garage Labs. We are located in downtown Willsbury in Texas, and we'll be analyzing everything that we get. Okay, we're gonna try and get the clones ready. We're gonna try and get the deformities worked out. We're gonna try and get the tails to get a little bit longer. Okay, and the eye thing, we're gonna get it all figured out. I don't find you conventionally attractive, but I'd consider keeping you around for a bit. Super, I will accept your offer. I'm actually going to be crawling through the bushes in your backyard later on tonight. And whenever you see the little eye pop up through the bushes, and he's peeking at you while you're sleeping, if you happen to crack your eye open, don't be alarmed. It's just me. And I'm just going to be staying around for a little bit. I mean, I'll be sitting in the foyer. I'll be next to the walnut shelf. I'll dust it off. I'll sit there and strike a little pose, and you can come on in. I'll greet you whenever you come on. Willsbury, Texas, it's a little tiny town. It's way in the south. I mean, I really wouldn't even look into it, to be honest with you, F6. I mean, it's really a tiny little town in the middle of nowhere. I mean, if you've been to Wilkes-Barre, you've been to Pittsburgh, Texas, and of course you've been to the tri-state little Texas thing. It's really complex. It's right next to the little tiny well town where they have the haunted stuff. But yeah, I mean, F6, if you haven't been to Wilkes-Barre, I mean, it's kind of hard to find on a map, to be honest with you. It's kind of hidden. There's a lot of caves. There's a lot of people living up in the hills. There's a lot of guys that are crawling around underneath bushes and lurking under rocks. It's actually where I found of my last 2 kids was under a rock out in the middle of the Nevada desert. And we adopted them. It was funny enough, they had the exact face as me. I said, is this destiny or what? Something wrong. If the eye blinked, I would die. Something wrong. You don't even want to know, okay? Something wrong? I mean, you really don't want to know something wrong, okay? I can blink just fine. I just don't like to do it. Okay, it's just a little bit concerning to people. I see you like, okay, something wrong? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you really desired? You want to see me blink, huh? I can blink just fine, okay? It's no issue. I've had enough of this something wrong, and I have a feeling that something is wrong right now. I'm gonna go grab Fang and see if he can get back to this project. It's kind of making me a little bit irritated, to be honest with you. I mean, he's just sitting around. I mean, I'm looking at him through the window. It looks like he's just sitting there on his phone. He's just eating some Doritos. Let me go grab him real quick. Hiding in the bushes, smoking on some Christians. All right, Brad, you know where it's at. Your nose blinked. Exactly. That's the one rye mechanic. I only have one rye. Only one rye. You know what, guys? It is very handy to have Craig just laser focused on the projects. I love it. He really just focuses in on exactly what needs to be done. And I like it. He's got a lot of eye puns. He's really funny. He's a really funny guy. And I'm glad. He pays $6,000 a month in rent. And he lives in one of the closets. He actually doesn't like to be out in the light. So, I mean, I get it. Neither do I. I mean, I'm always in the light. I'm actually a solar technician. If you guys didn't know, in the daytime, I installed solar panels. I actually do it in a swimsuit. So it's really fun. I mean, it's really just kind of an interactive thing. The people, the customers, they freaking love it. I mean, I'm up there on the roof installing those solar panels in a one piece, okay? And it's a nice one too. It's not like a cheap one. It's like a nice quality. It's got some lace on it, you know, looks a little bit nice. And I'll tell you the truth, guys, the customers love it. They love it. They say, this guy loves his job. I say, I freaking do. I'm up there just hammering, bap, bap, bap. I'm hammering screws in. I don't even need to be hammering them in. I got a fully cordless screwdriver sitting right there. And I'm just freaking hammering those screws in just to freaking make sure the customer gets what they want. Just to make sure they get the entertainment that they deserve, okay? I'm trying to make the customer feel like they're watching Cirque du Soleil install their solar panels, okay? They're gonna call us Solar Soleil, okay? That's what they're gonna call us, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna be doing acrobatics on the roof of customers' houses. I have a whole trapeze system set up. I'm gonna be setting it up on this guy's house, Mr. Wilkesboro. He lives over on Main Street, and I'm gonna be setting up this whole freaking trapeze concoction thing on his roof. And you know what? He has no idea. I have no safety nets, no safety wires. I'm just gonna be flipping and flopping and flying, guys, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna do it live. And you're not going to believe it, okay? I have a 50-foot trampoline that I'm going to be launching off of up into the sky. Mad Rush says, looks like Lady Gaga mask. Yeah, you know what? This is actually Courtney. She is one of the co-hosts
of Fang's garage. She actually did get a little bit of work done recently, guys, but hopefully it is not too noticeable. It was actually her eyebrows being threaded again. She likes to get that done from time to time, and she can definitely tell. I mean, you can look at the arch. Look at the arch on that. It's perfect, guys. She's got the feline eyes. I mean, there's a reason why there's so many people after her. Something is always wrong with something wrong, says Moses. Exactly, Moses. Love from Florida. Well, I love you, Florida. I actually want to come visit you, Florida. I need to come visit Florida and Texas. Super, are you in Daytona? I am in California. I'm in Daytona, California, actually. RJ. Perpetual Fluids Machine, says Super. Need name. Not Moon. Jesus, I got a jump scared. Not Moon. There's no reason to be jump scared. Again, there's nothing weird going on here. And if you're scared, it is probably just because you are not used to seeing such cool projects being worked on. But I can assure you, Not Moon, there's nothing wrong. Unless you are, of course, something wrong. Then there is something. But you know what? There's actually, it's nothing to be afraid of. Not Moon. I would not be alarmed. I would just embrace the weird nature of Fang's garage. We're gonna be live every night, 9:30, something around there, except for Thursdays. And we'll be working on the GY6 scooter. We'll be working with Tom the Gremlin. We'll be licking lollipops, and I won't blink, I promise. I've won every single staring contest there ever was, Moon. Not Moon. The philology is off the charts. Exactly. Where is Church of Dr. Phil, by the way? I have thought of him today, and I said, where the heck is Church of Dr. Phil? I haven't seen him in months. I'm going to have to call up Dr. Phil again and get a little meeting with him going, because he owes me about $7,000 from gambling debts, and I need to collect. Okay? I'm sick of it. Dr. Phil is a hardcore gambling addict, and he doesn't want to admit it, but he... basically, he's been gambling on competitive solitaire for a couple of decades now, and he's got a big problem. I mean, I tried to tell him, I said, hey, I think you've got a problem. He said, I don't want to hear it. Oh, gosh. He said he didn't want to hear that either. I said, that's too bad, Dr. Phil. We signed an agreement. You have to basically hang out with me 5 days a week for 8 hours a day. And so that's what happens. By contract, he is hanging out with me freaking 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Dr. Phil, me and him, we're doing the hair plugs, everything. Red Shift says, now this is a stream, guys. Thank you, Red Shift. And Chelsea, how are you doing, Chelsea? Chelsea is here. Me and Chelsea go way back. We used to be in the competitive swim team, guys, back in college. And we were doing competitive swim for a long time. Me and Chelsea were the best competitive swimmers. We did choreographed swimming. We were doing underwater welding while swimming. And it was really crazy. We were actually repairing the pools that we were swimming in while we were swimming in them, winning competitions. We won the competitive swimming competition in our college back in 1997, took home the gold for the Carolina Bears. It was really crazy. Chelsea did this crazy backstroke. I said, where did she learn how to do that? And freaking smoked the girl that was next to her. Took out their whole team. The coach actually got fired that year because the team did so poorly. I said he deserved to get fired because the Carolina Bears, you guys suck, dude. You can't do no backstroke. You can't do a breaststroke. You can't do nothing. I saw one of your guys over there. He couldn't even, he was getting water up his nose. He was jumping into the pool with his nose plugged. I said, what's going on? Is this what they do in Carolina? Are you serious? Is this the Bears that I've been so scared of this whole time? There's nothing. You better watch yourself, kid. I geolocated you too, okay? I'm geolocating you now, and I'm triangulating your location. And it says that you are live right here at Fang's Garage, and I'm glad that you are. All our sources are saying that you're perfectly geolocated. Thank you, Professor Snow Leopard. Me and Professor Snow Leopard actually go way back, guys. We actually used to do a lot of hunting back in the day. We used to actually be hunting wild geckos out in the Amazon Amazonian rainforest. We'd be just freaking out there. Snow leopard would be out there with his rifle and his freaking hat. Where's his hat at? Snow leopard did not take gecko hunting at all like a joke. He'd be out there with his rifle and his hat hunting those freaking venomous geckos all night long. And he had a flashlight on that thing and he'd be like, get on the ground now. And the geckos, of course, did respond to verbal commands because they actually understand English, believe it or not. The people of the Amazonian rainforest taught the geckos how to speak English. I said, this is incredible. Why are we killing these things? They could speak our language. What are we doing? These are intelligent beings. And the snow leopard said, I don't care. I need that trophy on my wall. I said, calm down, dude. Are you kidding me? And he took the shot. Turns out that he was right. It was some sort of cursed gecko. It wasn't actually, they didn't all talk. And I said, that's crazy, dude. How'd you know that? He said it was gut instinct. I said, that's crazy. I'm never going to doubt you again. And I never did. I never doubted him again. We actually opened up a smoothie stand out in Santa Monica. I said, Snow Leopard, how did you do this? How did you know this was going to be such a good spot for a smoothie stand? He said, gut instinct. I said, I don't know why I doubted you again. I mean, Snow Leopard has been right essentially every single time on every single business plan that we've ever gotten into. And I said, what is with your gut instinct? He said, it's probiotics. He said, gut health. I said, are you freaking kidding me? Is the gut health the whole time? Is that what you're talking about? Gut instinct, gut health? He said, yeah, probiotics. He gave me a little Yakult. I popped it open, drank it. I've had the best gut instincts ever since then. All thanks to Snow Leopard. Let's see. Super need. Oh, Chelsea. Thank you for that. I like your little swimming emoticon, Chelsea. You got a bald head. Cute. Go ahead. Rub it for some luck. Super. Prepare yourself. You're about to meet the love of your life. This dude is serious business, guys. You are serious business, Redshift. And I'm glad that you're here because I have had a lot to talk to you about. I've actually been checking out your finances, and it turns out that you've been spending a lot of money on Slurpees lately. I think it's basically hemorrhaging most of your funds right now, and you can't be drinking 6 or 7 Slurpees a day. I mean, just for the potential for pre-diabetic, I mean, that's like a big risk, dude. You gotta cut back on the Slurpees. But if you're going down to 7-Eleven, maybe you can grab me like the 2-pack of the cookies, like the Snickerdoodle ones. Those are good. I mean, you should probably slow down with the Slurpees, but I've been fine. I've been able to keep my cookie habit completely under control. So don't come at me like that, dude. I'm using your likeness without your express written consent. Super neat. I wish you freaking would use my likeness. All right? Because it's going to be a beautiful likeness. Let me stand still for you so you can go ahead and use my likeness as you please. In my normal face that I look at everyone, all the customers at Chipotle. We don't have any more steak. That's what I always say to him. Not sure he's taking a breath. That's right. I do not take breaths, Redshift. I actually talk nonstop the entire time that I am live. I actually have a medical condition where if I stop talking, my eyes will start to bulge out of my head and possibly explode. It is something that is fun to do at parties, and I actually did do that for a long time back in the early 2000s. When I was working as a techno magician, I would play techno music and I'd be doing magic tricks. I'd be pulling doves out of my breast pockets. I would be freaking hitting the freaking turntables as I'm pulling nonstop scarves out of my mouth. It was crazy. I'd be pulling strobe lights out of the craziest spots. I can't even say it right now. But yeah, I was all over it. It was the techno magician. It was crazy. It was big when raves were big. I mean, they're still big, but the thing is, Redshift, basically the whole glow gloves craze is kind of taken over at this point. I can't compete with glow gloves. You know that, Redshift. But yeah, guys, I do not stop talking. It's basically kind of my thing. And you can ask anyone that is near me out in public. I never stop talking. I basically talk all day, every day. If I'm not talking out loud, This whole conversation is just going on in my mind, so I'm just letting it out. Monologue man. I like it. Might be a world record. I'm trying to set a world record right now. Actually, for the longest amount of time that anyone has gone without sleeping, I have not slept in approximately 16 days, and I feel really good. I can basically feel colors. I can hear sounds. I can freaking understand words. All the craziest things that you couldn't do if you were sleeping regularly, okay? I can freaking stand up. I can fully balance my body without any assistance. Guys, you can't get this stuff if you're getting 8 hours of sleep every night. It's kind of limiting you if you think about it. Guttural Gutierrez is my real name. I like it Gutierrez and I like it guttural. That's my two favorite adjectives. Is this a fever dream? Yes, it is. Actually, you know what? You have said the magic word and I'm actually feeling kind of sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and run and grab my buddy real quick who is inside and he's giving my cat a back massage. And he's not supposed to be doing that. It's actually a court order. He's actually against the law. He's not supposed to be giving my cat a back massage. I already told him that once. Craig, could you please get your hands off my cat? Thank you, Craig. Could you please come out here and let them know that this is not a fever dream? I know that you've been out here quite a few times, Craig, but it is important that you let people know that this is all natural and it is all to be expected here at Fang's Garage. You're not having a fever dream. You're just living your best life here at Fang's Garage, okay? Now listen, mold, Greg, okay? You might have inhaled a little bit of mold. That is a possibility, okay? Take a deep breath in, grab the mold, inhale, and embrace the fever dream. All right, mold Greg. You tell the best stories. Thank you, Chelsea. You tell the best stories. Me and Chelsea actually go way back. We used to work at a publishing company just putting out children's books. And I put out My Daddy is a Cyclops. It was not a big seller. Not a lot of people related to it. I mean, obviously the Cyclops children loved it. They said, this is perfect. I mean, we have not had a book that we could relate to ever. Not since Homer's Odyssey. I mean, and I think that was the one. Is that the one? I can't remember. The one with the Cyclops. Yeah, they said, we can't relate to this stuff. These kids with two eyes, okay? Whenever we see a kid with two eyes, we say, look at two eyes, two eyes. Okay, when we see a Cyclops kid with a monocle on, look at two eyes over there. Okay, but we can't really, they couldn't relate. Me and Chelsea put those books out and it sold about 10 copies. So I did lose about $40,000 with all the legwork that it took to getting that book out. The binding alone took $20,000 to get that binding correct because we had to send it back and forth a billion times. I farted in my grandpa's breathing machine and he stopped breathing. What do I do? Rochelle, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hook the breathing machine back up to your butt cheeks. And what you're going to do is, I'll give you the motion that you'll have to do. Once the breathing machine is hooked back up, you're going to have to do a forward thrust like this. And you're going to have to basically save your grandfather's life at this point. You're going to have to you're going to have to suck the gas that you have passed into his breathing machine back up into your butt. And you're just going to have to deal with the consequences of that. If you do a backwards reversal with a fart, it's gonna hurt, okay? Trust me, as someone who used to implant farts into people, you think my condition is rare? Talk about people that cannot pass gas, okay? I had to artificially inject gas into people so that they could pass gas and just feel like they're living a regular life. As somebody with a condition like this, I can very much so relate to somebody who cannot pass gas, okay? I don't just have one eye, I also cannot pass gas, but that is actually for another time, guys. Let me grab Fang and get on with this. Sorry about that mold, Greg. I had to make sure that mold Craig, it's actually Craig, my roommate, I had to make sure that he came out and let you know that everything's fine, you're not dreaming. And if you are dreaming, it must be a dream come true. All right, guys. I'm sure that you could tell that there is not much more that I can do without being super loud. I do talk nonstop, but I would like to maybe not talk so loud around my neighbors. So next up, yeah, it is a little bit of a early end for the live stream. I know I normally stay up till 3:30 a.m. working on this nonsense. But Rochelle, I'm following those. I'm glad you are, Rochelle. I'm glad that you're here, Rochelle. And we will be back again live. Thank you, Moses, for that. Thank you for Mold Greg for the subscription. I appreciate you, buddy. I hope you'll be back. We'll be back again live at 9:30 tomorrow, guys. We will be working on the GY6 scooter, and I might be live earlier in the day. I don't know, depending on how things go. Got a couple things to do, but I might get a little bit of free time. So if I do, I'll go live and I will show you guys what I'm doing. Basically, the next step is going to be to install the ignition coil when it gets here. It'll get here tomorrow. And then I will weld this piece on here and then drill a hole in it, weld this piece on here, drill a hole in that, and then I just have to basically do the same thing I did on here on the back. So just replicate that work a little bit, just make 2 more little posts and then make 2 more little plates, and yeah, it should be good. I think after that the seat will basically be done and ready to be upholstered, so that'll be cool. Guys, I just wanted to let you know that I really do appreciate everybody tuning in. This really does encourage me to keep going and keep making this content, and that in turn is making me work on my projects. I was kind of in a big slump for a long time, and I was not really working on my stuff, and I was just kind of letting it sit around. So not really motivated, but thanks to you guys, everybody watching, everybody that likes, everybody that comments, everybody that just tunes in and talks crap. That all encourages me to keep going and to complete the projects. So I truly do appreciate you guys supporting me and tuning in and leaving all the funny comments and hanging out. AMSF1 just found you. Peace from is that Florida? Nice. Something is calling me out to Florida. I have been having this burning desire to go to Florida for some reason. I don't know why. I've never wanted to go my whole life, and now more than ever I am being drawn to Florida for some reason. And there's hurricanes and alligators and all sorts of stuff out there. It sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to take a Florida trip at some point. I don't know why. I don't really know what's out there. I've never been. Only place out of state I've been is Mexico and Arizona. That's it. Other than that, I have not left the state. Okay, let me just get this lined up and I will mark this off. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly mark this so that I can just trim it up tomorrow, and it'll be quick work, a little extra preparation. Thank you, Moses, for telling people to like and subscribe. I don't think I do that enough. I don't really pay attention. I'm too busy thinking about all the times I used to work at Sears. If you saw the last live, you saw when I told the story about me and Moses when we used to live in the wall at Sears. It was a lot of fun. I mean, if I could go back and live in that wall at Sears and cut that drywall out and freaking live there and play hide and go seek every night with Moses, I would. I think I'd go right back and do it. I think I'd go crawl right back into that ball display and hide in Sears until they closed, and then go retrieve Moses out of the women's clothing display rack and say, come on, Moses, it's time. We got to cut this wall open and freaking move all our stuff in here. It was a lot of fun. Stay in cabinet says, wait, what did I just come across? Stay in the cabinet. You have come across Thanks Garage, your #1 source for Courtney, Gizmo, and Tom, along with all your chopper and scooter needs. Let me show you what I'm working on here. Drillo Destroya machine, exactly. Pinky from Friday. I'm Reed Henderson. What am I working on? Reed Henderson, I am working on the little Mad Max looking scooter here. Oops, sorry. Tom was in the way. Working on this little scooter. This is little brake lights I put on there. Let's see, where'd the keys go? Oh, in my pocket. I think the brake lights are hooked up still. Oh. Nice. You didn't see that. Oh. Oh, the battery's not in there. I forgot. Duh. Anyways, I'm Reed Henderson. This is a little jerry can toolbox that I've been working on. Right now I'm working on the seat. Hopefully we'll get it done here soon. What's going on, Pinky from Friday? Thanks, Reed Henderson. I appreciate it, buddy. Basically, this is the part that we're working on tonight. This is the seat post, like the seat mount. Basically, this part is going to get welded on here, just like this. And I'm going to obviously trim it on the back side so it's not hanging off. But basically, this will be welded on, and there will be a hole here. And whenever I put the seat pan on there, it'll have another tab with a hole in it. So I can just bolt it right through here, and I'll have some kind of cool bolt on there. Man, my hands look like the Crypt Keeper hands. Look at that. I look like a mummy. That's crazy. But yeah, I'll put some kind of weird bolt on there. Maybe a rat fink bolt or something sick. But yeah, I just have to basically, I'm going to trim this back part area, trim it down. These are going to go bye-bye. Cut off these buns that I welded on here. And I'm basically going to do the same thing I did right here. I'm going to do it underneath here, and I'm going to have it go up underneath here and support it. But yeah, after that, Reed Henderson, I'll be working on this long fork chopper, this Ultima chopper right here, rigid frame. And then I have a shovel head that I'll be working on. And then after that, I'll be working on this CB750. At the rate that I am going right now, Reed Henderson, it'll probably be about 2029 when I get done with those projects. And then I have like 4 other motorcycles that I need to build. What's going on, Lucy? Lucy's coming in hot from the top rope. Me and Lucy actually used to work for WWF back in the day. Before it was WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Me and Lucy used to work. We actually used to work for, believe it or not, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I was actually in charge of all the planning for his cheat meals. I would be basically a taste tester for all his cheat meals. I'd be in there eating pancakes. I'd be eating cinnamon buns. I'd be eating corn dogs and ramen and freaking. The Rock actually drinks maple syrup straight out of the bottle, guys. 100% Canadian maple syrup. He just drinks it straight. Thank you, Reed Henderson. I'm glad you subscribed, buddy. Oh no, it's the right Lucy. I remember you, Lucy. I remember you, Lucy. We used to work for The Rock, and he was very particular about his snacks. He definitely liked goldfish crackers, guys. Believe it or not. I mean, I think that's why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson smiles so much, and why he loves goldfish crackers, because he said it's the snack that smiles back. I said, is that why you smile so much? He said, it's also because I look so handsome. I said, well, we have something in common. Besides being ripped, of course. I have been compared to The Rock quite a bit. Oh, crap. All right, guys. I'm gonna try and be quiet. I really need to work on this office chair thing. This is getting to be a little ridiculous. I've slipped a disc 7 times doing this, so I don't know if it's worth it. I've had to have 6 major reconstructive surgeries on my spine because of this office chair. I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't know if it's worth it. I spent $650 million on back surgeries, trying to fuse my vertebrae back together and get me back to wrestling condition. And I don't know if it's worth it, guys. I really don't know if it is. Okay, I got it. I got it. Thank you, Lucy. I know you're from Minnesota. Me and Lucy used to hang out back in Minnesota. We actually used to run a snow cone stand back in Minnesota. I mean, it was a lot of fun, guys. I mean, Lucy knew all the best flavor combinations for the snow cone machine. She did a blue raspberry peach one time. I said, "Are you freaking serious, Lucy? Get the heck out of here." And she said, "Oh, stop." I said, "No, seriously, get the heck out of here, Lucy. You are not allowed to mix peach with raspberry. Are you serious?" She had to leave that day. Because she was getting a promotion the next day. And they said, "You can't be here in this little peasant clothing for the snow cone stand. You need to be in the executive clothing. You're an executive snow cone maker now, Lucy." And Lucy was very humble. She took the position. I mean, it was a $500 million company, guys. We ended up selling it just because of the way the market was going. I mean, we had to sell it, guys. We were raking in about $7,000 a day with this snow cone business, but I mean, it was just not profitable enough. Said, "I can't live like this." William asks, working hard. I was working very hard, William. And now I am closing up shop. Unfortunately, it is too late to be working with a grinder, and that's what I need now. But we'll be back again tomorrow, William. You know what time? 9:30-ish. That's the plan. Oh, Courtney, oh my gosh, Courtney. Talk about inappropriate. Wow, oh my gosh, she's gonna be so embarrassed. I am never gonna hear the end of that one, guys. She is gonna roast me over the fire tonight. What's that mask? It says, "Bob, it's a boy." Bob, it's a boy. This is no mask. This is no mask. This is Courtney, okay? She just so, yeah, exactly. He stole my finger cone. Oh, man. Sorry about that, Lucy. Sorry, Lucy. What's up, Lucy? Yeah, you didn't see that, Moses. Sorry about that. Guys, we'll be back again live tomorrow night, 9:30. Gizmo actually has a late night dentist appointment, guys. He has a special veterinary clinic that we have to take him to because of his teeth and because he is a mythical creature. We do have to take all our mythical creatures to the special veterinary clinic, guys. But we will be back again live tomorrow night, 9:30, working on the scooters. Well, working on one scooter.
the one that's been plaguing my dreams for the last year. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the likes and all those freaking jewel things. Thank you for that. See you later, and we'll be live again tomorrow eating peach rings, and we're gonna go catch some mosquitoes and see if we can make some mosquito burgers. All right, I'll see you later, Lisa. See you later, Moses, Lucy, howdy. I'll see you later, Bob, it's a boy, William. And I'm Reed Henderson. I'll see you guys later. Pinky from Friday. Take care. It's Fangs Garage. Don't be too weird without us. Hey, what's going on with that belly button?